Well, I don't know. Yeah, I cut a 45. I put out, like, I'm singing. I have a band in New York called the Geeky Dorks, and we have a 45 coming out in March. Side A is My Pussy Hurts, and side B is called The Geeky Dorks Are Ugly. And, you know, we just recorded those songs maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I think it went pretty well. They're not really done remixing. You know, they're going to change it around a little bit. And I don't know. Like we did, you know, we did a live performance at Jennifer Blowdryer's Smut Fest, and you know, maybe I'll go back to New York and get a couple more gigs. I've got another band called The Dirt, and well, we've only played out a couple of times, but we're we recorded a lot of music. Like we did. It's kind of funny. It was like, maybe I shouldn't confess to this. I mean, this was supposed to be like the big joke if it ever caught on, but we spent 6 weeks recording in my friend Mike Bell's room, which he was living here, so it was downstairs. Like he set up his room like a recording studio, and he had this reel-to-reel deck, and I would write about 10 songs a week. You know, when we would record them, you know, or sometimes I would write less, and then I would make up songs on the spot, and we did it over 6 weeks. So we ended up with about like 70, maybe about 70 or 80 songs, or at least 60. I don't know. We had a lot of songs, and I think some of them were pretty good, you know. So, but yeah, we did it like, but we did each one, like each session. We put almost every, well, not every song. We just put like the best 60 minutes from every session, and we would give it a title. Like it would have like a new title. Like one of them was called Post-Apocalyptic and Inagata, and another one was called Vampire Bit Me. You know, we had one called Are You Pretty Enough? The first one was The Dirt, but you know, it was going to be this big joke. Like we were gonna, I mean, maybe I shouldn't be confessing, but we were gonna like if people, like, you know, we thought it was so great as we were doing it, and you know, I need to like listen back to it, like you got to start playing it out again. But we thought that if it went over, you know, that we could just, you know, we recorded all this music in 6 weeks, and we could just kind of space it out, so to make it look like we had a whole career. You know, that it's like instead of 6 weeks worth, it's 6 years worth. You know, like 6 years of my life, man, went into this, but it was really, you know, just a couple of weeks. But that was kind of weird, because like, well, my friend Jen, who I've been talking about, she was in the band too, and well, I didn't really know it at the time, but she kind of, she had a dope problem. And, you know, her and I were like, I just thought she did it on weekends. And while we were doing the band, we did a bunch, like we would do it for our practice sessions or whatever. And I think I got like a little bit of a monkey on my back or whatever, but like, I don't know. It was awful, because after we did the band, all of a sudden I'm like shaking and having convulsions, and I think I'm gonna die, and I don't know, I couldn't understand it, but I guess that was probably the reason. She also had a lot of like codeines and things like that, because she had just gotten out of her like had a car accident, and like a really bad one where she almost died. And
about that hair thing today.
Yeah, she called today, and yeah, she said this preppy little French bitch was unhappy with her hair, and she'd spent like 5 hours working on it. Like, well, she dyed her hair, like the girl wanted highlights, and the girl, she was all like, the girl was like, too blonde, or too light. So she just kept doing everything she could to fix it, and then whatever she did to fix it, like, the girl only hated it more, and she, like, yeah, it was like their holiday, and they were supposed to leave at 2, and she ended up not leaving till like 8 or 8:30. Then now, like, the girl wrote a letter, and doesn't want to pay the bill, and you know, she's all angry, and I'm like, the guy Corbin who runs the salon, like, he was trying to help Jen fix the girl's hair, but you know, she ends up really hating it, and Jen, the guy Corbin, I mean, I don't know, this is a brilliant idea. Check this out. Like, he wanted her to get the Johns Hopkins newsletter and do this public apology about the, you know, this girl's hair, because this girl is a student at Johns Hopkins, but I don't know. I mean, not only would it be embarrassing for Jen, but it just seems like kind of a stupid move, because in a way it's kind of telling everyone at Hopkins that Corbin's salon sucks, and if you go there, you'll get your hair fucked up. You know?
Exactly. That's not a good idea.
So how long have I been talking? I've been talking long enough. Well, I probably have more things to say. I mean, I can just keep going. All right. Well, let me think. What else happened? I just like, Christmas is finally over, and gosh, I don't even know if I'm being interesting enough. Let me think. God, I don't know. Well, 1999. It's kind of funny, you know. I feel like maybe I should have a kid in 1999 because, well, I was born April 6, 1966, and 1999, you know, it's all the numbers are turned over. It wouldn't even have to be the 9th day, because